I asked ChatGPT to give me a list of the top 10 most hardcore DJT states. And this is the list that it gave me: Wyoming, West Virginia, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Idaho, Arkansas, Alabama, Kentucky, South Dakota, and Tennessee. And I specifically asked for this list because I just want to make sure that I can sleep at night knowing we're all on the exact same page. Until I know that you know how severely impacted these top 10 states are going to be with the policies that are in this big, beautiful bill. This big, beautiful bill is about to blow up rural America. I know I'm speaking to you right now when I say that you know somebody who is on social services of some sort, whether that's a single mom, whether it's an elderly person, whether that's somebody with a disability, or that's somebody who has a diabetic foot ulcer. I know the patient populations in rural communities. I have spent my entire medical career learning from rural physicians in a rural place, okay? And what is happening in the fine print, in the language y'all don't usually speak, because who does, are things that are going to destroy the livelihoods of so many hundreds of thousands of people in your communities, wreck your economies, rip away resources, rip away opportunities, and leave you in the dust. Even if you're somebody who lives in one of these places that is able to afford life and your family and you don't rely on any government services at all, I want you to consider what would happen if you couldn't utilize those services for your mom, your dad. I want you to imagine what would happen if all of a sudden your child had a crazy accident and you needed a ridiculous amount of hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of durable medical equipment. 29% of the population in West Virginia is on Medicaid. Wyoming, 43,000 people. You got to consider the population of the state as a whole too, okay? So these are large percentages of the populations. Oklahoma, how many people in Oklahoma? Hold on. 25% of the population is enrolled in Medicaid. Medicaid, that's not the senior citizens. Those aren't even the elderly people. Those are the young people, the kids, the young adults, the moms. In Oklahoma, the average income per capita is $58,500. The median household income is $59,700. In this bill, it states that anybody making under, I think it's $50,000, will be seeing an increase in taxes. I'm sure anybody making less than $50,000, no matter what state you live in right now, is having a really hard time. Are you not? So now the plan is not only to increase the taxes that you're paying on the minimal income that you do make, but also remove your access to government services like Medicaid. Why? Because you're an able-bodied young person. You should be able to handle it. Sorry. Oh, we don't believe in college here. It brainwashes you. So we're capping our population's ability to continue to climb those ladders of socioeconomic status by being able to obtain high-paying jobs that provide you with insurance benefits. Those things aren't available if you're working trade jobs, and there's nothing wrong with working trade jobs. That's why we're fine paying y'all's Medicaid. But when you take that away, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Do you know how much it costs to buy diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, and pain medicine without Medicaid? It's not just the people of color that are benefiting from these services, and that's what you're not understanding. If you take the population at large, yes, there are a high percentage of people in places like California that are relying on these services, and maybe you don't think that you owe that to them. But if you don't think you owe it to your own community, then you need to look in the mirror. The comments are open to respectful people, but I am a big fan of the block button. All to benefit the person who built his entire campaign by exploiting the very things that y'all care about the most based on your religious beliefs and your morals and your values, being hardworking, pull up your bootstraps, go on, get them, wipe your tears away people. He did that on purpose, and it is so sick. It's so sick.
I'll be reading out with my second device here. And what does DJT, that is hardcore Trump state, mean? A state can be considered a hardcore Trump territory when Trump consistently receives a large share of its presidential votes. Okay? And Republicans dominate statewide politics. Looking at 2024 election, some of Trump's strongest states by vote percentage includes 1. West Virginia, about 70%, North Dakota about 67%, Oklahoma about 66%, Idaho about 67%, Alabama about 65%, Kansas about 64%. Okay, now let's move down to these statistics here. South Dakota 63% and so many other ones. The official 2024 results confirm Trump's overwhelming victories in many of these states. Nationally, Trump received about 49.8% of the vote and 312 electoral votes, compared with Kamala Harris, 42% and 226 electoral votes. You can see the difference is very, very much here. But here is the interesting part. Wyoming is a very conservative state with a small population and a strong Republican political culture. Trump's support there is not simply about Trump's person. Many voters identify strongly with gun rights, limited government, energy production, conservative social values, opposition to federal regulations, strong Republican identity. So even if another Republican replaced Trump, Wyoming should probably remain heavily Republican. West Virginia, let's talk about this. A fascinating Trump transformation. Looking at it, West Virginia is particularly interesting because it was historically associated with Democratic politics. Today, however, it is one of the strongest Republican states. Why? Issues such as coal and energy, economic decline in traditional industries, cultural conservatism, distrust of Washington, opposition to environmental regulations perceived as hurting local industries, help explain the state's political transformation. This is amazing news, seriously, and an amazing eye opener, I must say. Special credit to all the original owners of the videos used in the creation of this video. It is solely for analysis and also for educational purposes. We give credit to you. And if you have watched up to this point, thank you so much for watching. All you have to do is to subscribe to this channel, like this video, drop an amazing comment in the comment section, and tell us what you think about these DJT states, these hardcore states, pro-Trump states, these states that are rooting for um, Trump every now and then, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Kansas, and some other states in US. Tell us what you think in the comment section. I would really, really love to hear from you all. Have a lovely day, guys. I'll see you all in our next video. Till then, bye.